She got in some altitude training, which she didn't get in before because she was training down in Houston, and she felt like with all the extra time, she was really prepared to lock in the game plan. Good pace early on between Joseph and Mayer.
Yeah, she's more than ready, Joe. I think she had more time than she bargained for, but here she is tonight against Helen Joseph, and sometimes you have to intimidate a fighter with your skill set, with your speed, with your footwork, before you can intimidate them with your physical strength and the punching power, and that's what Mayer has to do tonight. She's got to make Joseph feel every bit of that 4-inch height advantage she has and the reach advantage, and then as Joseph starts to cool off, then she can come in and do what she wants to do on the inside, but not early.
And you can see Helen Joseph, you see that crouching style. You know, she comes in behind, you know, throwing punches from down low. You know, she makes herself very difficult to hit. You know, when you have a fighter that's squatting down the way she is, posturing, dipping her head down low, it's really hard to find the target.
You can already see Mayer willing to throw that right uppercut with Joseph in that crouching stance. Of course, the foundation to her success for Mikaela Mayer is that jab. Two-punch combination comes in.
Mikaela sharp tonight. Tess, Mikaela sharp tonight. She's not having a hard time finding that mark. You know, Joseph is directly in front of her, and she's going to be in front of her all night. So Mikaela just needs to go ahead and continue to shoot, because she can't miss right now.
There's Joseph getting to the inside. A good opening round for the undefeated former U.S. Olympian Mikaela Mayer. We're here in the Top Rank Studios in Connecticut. The COVID-19 restrictions have our three analysts from their home studios and Bernardo Osuna there ringside at the MGM Grand. Round number two. In that first round, Mikaela Mayer was able to land 21 of 61 punches.
That's it. Time it. There you go. Throwing one punch. Stop throwing one punch, Helen.
You see those looping shots coming from Helen. You know, Mikaela got to be careful. She can, you know, shoot from the outside, but she needs to be cautious and not get caught on the way out with those looping shots from Joseph.
Helen Joseph is the type of fighter where she doesn't mind taking 2 and 3 shots so she can get on the inside and get her own shots off. Mikaela Mayer has to be patient tonight, keep boxing, and not allow that to frustrate her.
Stop throwing one punch. That's it. Put that jab in her face. Step and turn. Keep turning right. Right.
Hey, that was a good tie-up right there from Mayer. You know, stopping the action of Joseph. You know, when you have a fighter that comes directly forward at you, you know, and you're letting your hands go, you're going to tire. So the best thing to do is to tie them up, to stop their work, stop their momentum from coming forward.
Keep him up, keep him up.
And see, right there, you see the adjustment by Mayer already. Blocking the right hand, the looping right hand of Joseph. She caught it on the glove. Her left hand was up. So you can see the IQ of Mayer. Very smart.
And then driving down a right hand moments ago and scoring there was Mayer. End of 2. Punches. Mikaela Mayer landed 11, including that right uppercut.
Tess, being a shorter fighter, this is what you got to worry about when you're fighting against a taller opponent. You got to worry about the uppercut. Beautiful timing right there from Mikaela Mayer. Timing Joseph as she tried to get in and attack. But she surprised her with a nice short right uppercut.
Bernardo, Helen Joseph is trained by Brian Cohen. They have an interesting relationship. What are they saying after 2 rounds?
Cohen said, I need energy. You need to wake up. You're landing the right, but you're not landing anything behind it. Stop following her around and cut off the ring like we worked.
Cohen raved about Helen Joseph and her work rate, what she was able to do in camp. Said she trained with a 40-pound vest on. Said we put 200 pounds in a wheelbarrow, and she would go old school Rocky.
You're waiting for her, Helen. Be first. Be
Yeah, Tess, that's cute. That's cute. You know, old school Rocky, 200 pounds, wheelbarrow and all that stuff, but that don't teach you how to fight. She only fights one way, one-dimensional. Why don't you teach her how to fight bagging up and how to look for different things in the ring instead of just coming forward and taking shots like that?
Nice body work. Bring that guard back up, Mikaela, please. Bring it back up.
Helen Joseph makes a living in the sport of boxing from being physically strong, being in great shape, and from wearing opponents down. Her game is not being skillful.
No, her game is not being skillful, but instead of trying to just get her to be strong, I was strong, Dre, but I still worked on every aspect of the game.
And that doesn't mean that Joseph doesn't. Yeah, Joseph has skill, but her job is not, she's not gonna run around the ring and try to be cute. She's trying to get to the action and push her opponents back and wear them down.
Mayer right now at 12-0 and being a title-seeking top contender who's ranked number 1 in the BC, number 2 in the WBA, and is extremely marketable as an undefeated fighter, a U.S. Olympian, a great backstory, and a dynamic personality. Could be the one. Round number 4 against tough Helen Joseph.
Be first. You're not being first. That's it. Way to stick that jab. Use that distance.
Oh, no, Tess, that's tough. I hear you, Tess. You know, great backstory with Mikaela Mayer. Got great, fantastic skills, but there's a young lady in this sport right now, in female boxing.
That's it.
Just in boxing in general.
Come back to the jab.
10 world titles in 11 fights. Fastest to 3 divisions to become a 3-division world champion. 25 years old. 25. She's the quickest to become the undisputed and 2-time gold medalist. She's the GOAT. Her name is Clarissa Shields.
Yeah, and the 3 of us went to sit ringside to watch her fight in the course of the past year, which tells you a lot. She is a dynamic talent. Let's check in with Bernardo.
That's about
Those punches over.
I just spoke with Kik Roma. He said, look, she's following the plan. Mikaela needs to just keep jabbing, boxing her, and wear her down with her skills. She's a little bit slower than we thought, but she's got to keep moving to her left. I said, have you been in touch with Coach Al? He said, yes, he's been texting me, giving me the instructions for the game plan as well.
You know, a fighter being slower than you thought, that's a real thing. I remember fighting Carl Froch in the finals of the Super 6, and the first 2 or 3 punches he threw, I was shocked. Like I had to adjust to how slow he was, when typically you got to adjust in the other direction. So that's a thing, and it can take a couple rounds to get adjusted to a fighter that's slower than you thought.
Main event, I want you to look at the total punches right now being tallied by CompuBox, and you will see Mikaela Mayer threw 4. 75 landed out of 215. 35% landed. A 75-34 connect advantage through 4 rounds.
That's it. Way to go to the right. Come back with the right. Set it up.
Keep in mind, 2-minute rounds in women's boxing, and she's putting up those numbers.
You read my mind. You know, 2 minutes in boxing, female, but I don't understand it. What kind of message are we sending?
It drives me crazy,
women can't do
Tim.
3 rounds? It makes no sense to me.
Of course they can. Some of the best conditioned and most developed fighters we've seen, when you call many of these fights, are the top-level women's fighters. We have seen plenty, especially during the summer series where, you know, gyms have been thinned out. There's a paucity of high-quality fighters ready to fight right away with boxing's return. There have been fighters that have been on some of these cards that should be fighting in 2-minute rounds. Male fighters, not these 2.
That's right, Joe. That's right. I've seen a lot of women speak out.
Guys that fought on
I've seen a
TV
lot of
should be
women
10
speak out.
2-minute rounds.
2-minute rounds. A lot of women have spoken out, you know, and Clarissa Shields, my baby sister in the game, she spoke out about it. She's tired of it. She's like, listen, I spar 3-minute rounds. I can fight 3-minute rounds. You know, take the training wheels off. We got this.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, Dre. Absolutely ridiculous. Somebody like Clarissa Shields, her conditioning, her skill set, how experienced she is, stop it.
Stay busy with that jab.
But these ladies, they spar 3-minute rounds, Joe. They spar 3-minute rounds all day long. Not a problem.
A lot more knockouts.
Yep.
Don't blink, it's the end of 5. Fight that was originally scheduled for June 9th, and then Mikaela Mayer tested positive for COVID with the mandatory procedures put forth and 0 tolerance. Listen, she was healthy, she was training, even if there are trace amounts of what they say, shedding the virus in your symptom. 0 tolerance with the protocols put forth at the bubble, so she was sent home, and here we are back with good pace to open up round number 6. Determined effort here in round 6.
You know, that's what I like about Mikaela Mayer. You know, she's feisty. You know, she'll get her respect. She will sit and battle with you. She has the ability to sit and battle with you and then get out on the outside and do what she needs to do.
When you're facing a fighter like Joseph, you got to have those moments in order for you to box. You got to have moments where you sit down, get your respect, and you hope to hit your opponent with something that hurts them. You know, they may not go down, but they feel a buzz, and they know that they just can't come in any kind of way.
Well, I'll tell you, Joseph walked through a right hand moments ago and then went to the body on the inside, seemingly unaffected. Mayer's been very accurate with that right hand.
Get back to the center of the ring. Back to your left.
Just keep hitting it, Tess. Just keep hitting the target. It's a slowly weaken over time.
That's it. Back to the center. Good job. Back to the stick now.
If you're Joseph, this part of the fight is where you kind of banked on right here. She's hoping that Mayer kind of wilts under her pressure and some of her offensive attack, but I'm not sure that Joseph has done enough to the body and or the head to make Mayer wilt the way she wants her to.
Keep those punches up.
Look at that. Nice little side turn right there from Mayer.
Yep, step to the right, dug with the left hand to the body as we come to the end. Had a fight-high 17 power punches connected, Dre, including this good work I want you to take us through.
Keep beating her to the punch.
Yeah, if you're Mikaela Mayer, this is how you kind of tame an aggressive fighter. You got moments where you hit there, good shot to the body, but she steps around because she has the better feet, and she has Joseph sitting out there ready for that 1-2. If you have the better feet, which Mikaela Mayer has, use them, and she used it right there.
And you know, a lot of times everybody thinks that sequence right there was punching in between, but that was actually cutting time. She threw a punch as a puncher's coming to her, had one hand up and landed her shot right in the middle. Just beautiful work by Mikaela Mayer. I like what I'm seeing. I'm liking the skill set I'm seeing from her.
That's it. No. Be first. Watch for that over. Watch for that right. Watch for that right.
See the jab right there, that's what's setting up everything, all the offense for her. Mikaela can fight from this position all night long, but she can just control, keep using that jab and pumping it out there, setting up any kind of power shot she wants to.
There you go.
Well, the beautiful thing about that left hand, Tim, is Mayer's taking a round off right now. She's kind of getting herself together, but she's still piling up points, and she's winning this round.
It was a right hand from Mikaela.
Yeah, but how it was set up, Tess, you see like she was looking like she was going to escape, but she didn't. She planted and came right back with the 1-2. Gotta be careful with that right hand. Joseph just landed a big overhand right.
That's the punch she is targeting. Start of round number 8 from Vegas.
Break! Come on, clean.
Helen Joseph has taken some shots. She's landed some shots right there, namely the overhand right, but it just hasn't been enough. It just looks like Mikaela Mayer is just better than her in every category tonight.
Keep them tight, girl. Keep them tight.
You said to yourself, why is Joseph landing that right hand? Well, you see the hand of Mikaela Mayer. You see when she jabs, she brings it back low. And every now and then, you will see Joseph slide in when she's throwing the jab and meet her with a right hand. There she is. He tried it right there.
Came with it.
Just missed.
Way to double jab. Way to double jab. To the right. That's it.
4-punch combination, finished with the right hand.
You want me to tell you what'd be even better? 4-punch combination to the head, but if she was to drop one of those shots down to the body,
Punch out there. Let go.
even more
Nice
beautiful.
body shot. Sit on those punches. To the right, to the right. Center of the ring.
Every time Helen Joseph lands a good shot, it seems like Mikaela Mayer lands her own good
Finish
shot.
on top. Body and finish to the head.
Why are you not punching backwards through there, Helen? Punch.
She's not giving Joseph much to work with tonight, Joe.
There you go. Way to step in
Look at that
turn. That's
nice
okay.
sidestep. I'm just impressed. I'm impressed with the skill set, gentlemen. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I see a lot of men on this show, and I don't even see the skill set that that Mayer has, and that's employing right now.
Oh,
I
there's
don't
no
see
doubt
it.
about that.
Just great move.
Time.
Helen Joseph comes out for this 9th round, and as she does, she has absorbed 108 power punches, Bernardo. And we were listening into the corner. There's great concern there.
Yes, Brian Cohen actually asked her, do you want me to stop the fight? She said no. He said, you've got to show me something because you need a knockout to win this fight. But he's going to watch this very closely. He said, I don't want you getting hurt.
There it is.
It's just been more of the same. Mikaela Mayer in complete control.
That's it. Good D, good D. Way to keep your guard up.
Clean sweep, only way to have it on Dre's
Your
card.
punches. Set up your
She has thrown
combination.
430 plus
Way to
punches.
counter.
Remember, 2-minute rounds,
Catch and shoot.
and she's thrown 430 plus punches, landing 156 of them.
That's it. That's it.
You know, a lot of times, Joe, when you have an amateur pedigree, an Olympic pedigree, and you've got, a big marketing push like Mikaela Mayer, the opposition, especially when they've had a harder road, for some reason they assume that you're soft or that if they press you hard enough, they can break you, and that just hasn't been the case tonight for Team Joseph. Mikaela Mayer has held up just fine, and she's boxing beautifully tonight.
Set up that right. Feint and let it go.
Helen, you got to come forward, Helen. You got to come forward, Helen.
And that's it. Turn that right
Find
hand
the head.
over.
Watch, find the head there.
No, she's sitting down.
All
Mikaela
right,
is
long
sitting
with that
down
right
on these
hand,
punches,
Mikaela.
catching her with power shot, right hands and left hooks.
Wow. Body up.
Pushing her back, bullying the bully, going down to the body, tying up, stepping out to the side, and then working again. Great work from Mikaela.
Showing us a little of everything tonight, Mikaela Mayer. And then lands another headshot here at the end of 9. On a night when we thought we were going to see, you look like you're underwater. That is what Helen Joseph was hearing as she goes out for the 10th round. She has overcome so much in her life just to arrive at this point as a 31-year-old who trains and lives stateside and is in tough again tonight against Mayer. Reminder, Sports Center's coming up from one bubble to the other. We go to the NBA bubble. James Harden has arrived. TBT Championships right before we went on the air. A three-pointer for all the money tonight. Sports Center's coming up after our main event here. 10th and final round.
I mean, if you're the coach of Helen Joseph, I mean, the whole world knows she needs a knockout, but you got to tell her how to go get that knockout. You have to give her instructions to try to help her land that big shot that she needs in this round.
Sweeping left hand from Joseph. Trying to place that right hand against Mayer.
You got to come forward, Helen.
Give me a double jab.
Mayer
Joseph
keeping
has
that
landed a few
distance,
shots this round.
using that jab and then tying up.
Let's go. Helen.
When in doubt, stick it out. Stick that jab out. You don't know what you want to do, stick it out. That's your savior right there. That's what's going to keep you controlling the fight and controlling the action.
Keep him up.
Great combination. Go back up.
Sometimes when it's easy, like for Mikaela Mayer right now, it's so easy. She's hitting Joseph at will.
Right.
Sometimes you can literally fall asleep in
That's
there.
time. Keep the punches
You
out.
get a little bit relaxed, you get comfortable, you get confident. Mikaela got to stay disciplined.
One last right hand behind the jab. Final 10 seconds to take it to the limit and coast in for a win. Good work right to the bell for
Good
Mikaela
job.
Mayer.
He has a great pedigree, like we mentioned earlier, great skill set. Al Mitchell, he's a great teacher. So that's why you see the type of skill that you see right there. Body shots, finishing up top. She gets hit sometimes, just the sport of boxing, but what I love about Mikaela Mayer is that she makes the adjustment. You rarely see her get hit with the same shot twice, and she never really gave Helen Joseph an opportunity to get into this fight. She banged sometimes, she loaded up sometimes, and then you see her land shots like that, get out of harm's way, reset, and she did this all night long. Great performance and a great gift for Al Mitchell, who's at home recovering from COVID-19. There you go, Coach. You can rest easy now. She put on a great performance.
76-year-old
Coach.
Al Mitchell,
Great job.
who was a former U.S. Olympic head coach and has played a huge role. Mikaela Mayer! Mikaela Mayer, 13-0.